1,000 staff fired. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because, well, Robinhood, the darling of, well, millennial traders and meme stocks, they've just fired 23% of their staff, over 1,000 people, and CEO Vlad Tenev is blaming it all on himself. Now, is this the end of Robinhood? No, it isn't. But their shares have taken a huge fall. We can see here from a peak in 2021 of $55, they're now down at $9.23. Now, Robinhood, well, there's a lot of criticism around the platform, particularly with regard to the whole GameStop fiasco and how they had to stop people trading and how, well, Vlad pretty much lied about the liquidity issues he was facing. But let's have a look. I suspect what we're going to see here, similar to some of the Australian construction companies, is they've put on a whole bunch of people when times were good and it was all going crazy and every man and his dog was using Robinhood to trade, probably because they were all locked up at home and thought this is the only way they could make any money. And now we're in a bear market and, well, reality is setting in and they're cutting people they don't need. So, it's been a volatile year for retail investment behemoth Robinhood. The fintech company is slashing 23% of its workforce, as first reported by the Wall Street Journal and confirmed by TechCrunch. The layoff comes just 3 months after Robinhood cut 9% of full-time staff. So, if you're working at Robinhood now and you haven't been laid off, I would put feelers out there to find something else because it looks like they're just cutting, well, that's over 30% of their staff already gone in just 4 months. At the time of the last layoffs in late April, it is believed that Robinhood had almost 3,100 employees after letting go of around 300 workers. Doing the maths, a 23% reduction in staff would amount to 713 employees, effectively leaving roughly 2,400 employees currently employed at the company. So not quite 1,000, but they're definitely heading there. Robinhood did not comment directly on the latest layoffs, pointing TechCrunch only to a blog post by CEO and co-founder Vlad Tenev. In the post, Tenev wrote that while employees from all functions would be impacted, the layoffs are particularly concentrated in the company's operations, marketing, and program management functions. In the post, Tenev took responsibility for Robinhood's apparent overhiring in the frenzy that was 2021. He said the company last year staffed many of its operations functions under the assumption that the heightened retail engagement that was taking place would continue in 2022. Yeah, that's exactly like I said. They went nuts and reality set in. In this new environment, probably the more realistic environment, we are operating with more staff than appropriate, he wrote. As CEO, I approve and took responsibility for our ambitious staffing trajectory. That's on me. Yeah, but you're not going to cop it in losing your job. You're probably not going to make as much money. You're going to have to pay a lot of redundancies. Tenev also addressed that its earlier round of layoffs did not go far enough. Oh, boy. Since that time, we've seen additional deterioration of the macro environment, with inflation at 40-year highs accompanied by a broad crypto market crash. This has further reduced customer trading activity and assets under custody, he wrote. Robinhood is not alone in its choice to conduct 2 rounds of layoffs. In a short period of time, just 7 weeks after crypto exchange Gemini cut approximately 10% of its workforce, the company cut another 7% of staff, according to sources. Robinhood also today released its second quarter financials, revealing a 6% increase in net revenue of $318 million on a net loss of $295 million, or 34%, or 34 cents per diluted share. That loss was narrower than its net loss of $392 million, or 45 cents per share in the first quarter of 2022. Transaction-based revenue was down 7% to $202 million, while cryptocurrencies increased 7% sequentially to $58 million. Robinhood also included operating expenses associated with severance and restructuring, saying that expenses will be $17 million in connection with the April restructuring and an estimated 45 to 60 million with the August restructuring. In 2022, total operating expenses are still expected to be down between 7 to 10% from the prior year, Robinhood claims. Robinhood's stock price has been volatile over the past year as well. At the time of publication, the company is trading at $8.90 after hours, dramatically lower by 89%. And its 52-week high of $85. Okay. Oh, it's even worse than what I'm seeing on the chart there. $85. It's also down 3.6% after hours. Earlier today, the Wall Street Journal wrote that Robinhood was slapped with a $30 million fine by a New York financial regulator, specifically on its cryptocurrency trading arm. There you have it, everyone. There you go. So Robinhood isn't doing that well, firing 23% of their staff after having previously fired 9% of their staff. So it's just getting even worse. So, over 1,000 people gone in their organization, guys. Let's have a talk about this. This isn't going to be the last time we see this with these type of businesses that have just, put on much too many people during the crazy times. They're people that are going to think what was happening during the pandemic lockdowns and all of that period was the norm and was going to continue. But no, life is steadily returning to normal, and I think a lot of people have been burned by their retail trading and crypto investing on Robinhood, and now maybe they're taking a different approach. Maybe they're just doing, dividend investing. You don't need to trade as much there. Maybe they're becoming investors and not traders, and that's what we're seeing. What do you think, everyone? Are you a fan of Robinhood? Let us know in the comments below. Well, thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're a fan and enjoy the content I discuss here. There are a few ways you can help out. You can support the channel financially via YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Buy our Pocket Squares or call us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone, and watch out. If you're working at one of these big firms, always have multiple options, because when they tell you they're family, it's a strange family. It's just a bullshit family. That's what it is. I'm sure these people will be fine.